Well, top of the morning to you guys here. We're working a little harder on the Miata. Old Ben here's putting this cage together, and we are doing and redoing and then redoing again.
Yeah.
It's actually a process that is much more meticulous than I had given it credit for, so he's got a lot of patience, God bless him. And sometimes you got to do it for the shot. So here I am sitting here with this fender cover over here, this really nice Motion Raceworks cover that we got here, trying to not get burned and get the steering wheel in the exact position that I want. So
Whenever
here we are.
You're ready, boss.
All right, man, go for it.
All right, hope that's it.
Oh, it is the worst getting freaking welding slag in your shoes.
We got it.
Got it? All right.
That's your position.
All right.
I hope you like it.
We got it. Hey, and no welding slag in the shoes, so that's a win. All right, so one of the things that we had to do and redo was these were a little purchase for the seats right there, and we have done away with them just to get that small little amount, which is about what, 3/4 of an inch to an inch maybe?
It wound up being about an inch just height there, but it gave us a lot more room. Especially this was about touching before, so the mounts were only an inch, but somehow it cleared us almost 1.5 to 2 inches to the main hoop, which was critical because these cars are just so small.
It's tiny.
Yeah, they're very small. So any ½ inch here and there really counts. So
now, one of the other things too that we had to redo as well was we had a harness bar right in there. However, it was hitting. So we are now trying to put a bend either in there. So we're either going to get a die or we're going to have ART do that. Yep. It's just one of those things that we really wanted to do, but I had to have the seat back all the way there. Now we couldn't do it with the harness that was there. It's just one of those things that if you guys ever put a cage in there, it's so much more meticulous than I truly gave it credit for. So like I said, Ben's got a lot of patience and he does this day in and day out, and I'm learning as we go. All right guys, we don't often get this shot. Normally we have a diffuser underneath this thing, and I really wanted to share with you the craftsmanship of a friend of mine, Daryl from Proven Power, a local fab shop. They specialize in Hondas and just all sorts of different crazy stuff. Built this exhaust system, and it has 88 individual pieces. It is an absolute gorgeous piece of art. So we got dual 3-inch all the way across. We've got a little resonator right here. But the really cool part right here is the fact that we have a bypass valve. So vacuum actuated, this basically opens up and bypasses the mufflers and is a straight pipe. When it's closed, it goes through the mufflers and back out that side. Really wild sound altogether with it. So this thing has a Walbro 450 liter per hour pump in it, and it is flex fuel capable. It is about 12.5 to 1 compression ratio. So this thing is about 540 wheel horsepower is the last we dynoed it, and it runs around on slicks all the time. It's about 2,500 pounds. We're just tweaking away at it as we're working on all the other stuff. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys this thing. It's been just a labor of love this whole time. It has some pretty neat little tricks in it too. We got a Z06 oil cooler off a C6 Z06. So we can really keep those oil temps down. It's got a ram air, cold air down there that funnels right up into the airbox, and it's sealed on the top. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we want to cover with you today, and namely right now, it is Uncle Sam. All right, guys, you know the deal. Today is the day. For dialing our suspension, we had to turn the boost down. We are going to turn it back up. We've got our small pulley on it, so that should get us back to the same range of where we were. But today we're putting on our VMP ported blower. Guys, we got a baseline in. Both of those have spun. We're going to try and fix that a little bit, but we got a 949. We're going to do a couple more baseline runs, just making sure it's doing exactly what it should do. Nice, putting on that sticky icky. Oh, you can hear it now. You gotta wait till you can hear it. well, we had to make a tire change in order to get this thing to hook. The tires that we had on there just were not cutting it. I don't even know what we had on here. This is something that we're using for kind of sliding around a little bit. 255, 35, 18 with lots of stickum. Wasn't doing it. This is from the other day. We're going to show you guys that a little bit later, but we certainly, we got a special on spaghetti. Hey, Georgie, what kind of sauce do you like on?
Maybe a little marinara, maybe a little Alfredo, whatever you want.
Hey, do you do the pink sauce?
Oh, the pink sauce, of course. Little Alfredo marinara, I call it Marafredo.
All right, guys, we've done a few different pulls right there, and we are at about 964 and 961. We've had a couple different back-to-back runs just trying to check everything. So you might ask, why is it not at 1,000 exactly where it was before? Well, there's always variables, and I will say that we probably had maybe a little bit spicier of fuel mixture right there. Might have had some C85 in there for one. That does help a little bit. And we had a different wheel and tire combination on there for sure. So that is our baseline right there, 964 horsepower, and the weather is also a little bit different. So we do have an established baseline, and we want to be able to see what this blower is going to be able to pick up over where we're at. Now, our old setup of what we were on was 900 wheel from when we started earlier today. Now that also, again, probably had a little bit more of aggressive fuel mixture. With this extra boost for where we're at, this is a major difference, and really what this thing needs is a little bit more top end. Doesn't need any more bottom end, and Justin from VMP was saying, hey, that is where this thing should deliver. So let's see what this thing's gonna do. Dude, those are some really nice wrenches.
Pretty fancy, yeah. Top of the line. Just like this here Magnussen.
All right, so we got all of our bolts loose and pretty much just got to disconnect the fuel lines. We got one more connection in the back, and she is off to the races, George. All right, Georgie, so after you got this thing off, you completely tore this thing apart.
Yep, she came all apart.
A little bit different with our swap is that we have to take the rotors out of the case. So our drive shaft that is in there is on a different side than the one that we had. So that guy needs to go into here. It's crazy. It doesn't look like that much, but that is a tremendous amount of airflow that changes and flows at a higher RPM. Now, what he had said is that we are going to expect to see a little bit lower torque on the bottom side and a gain in torque on the top end. All right, so there is a lot of stuff in here that does require a little bit of work to get back together. So we're gonna start assembling this thing and get it back on there quick. Slide her in. Like a surgeon. All right, so Justin says that takes 4 ounces of fluid. A lot of times when we're assembling a blower, we go to the fill line. Not the case on this one at all. 4 ounces of fluid, job done. And now, an awkward word from Cooper.
You look terrible in that lighting.
Do I?
Yeah. Greasy and oily. And...
Just tell your dad hi.
Oh, hey Dad. Thanks for giving my buddy Jeremy here a blower. He needed it. He was being kind of slow.
That went over well. Man.
Jeremy, this is a great angle of you.
Oh yeah? Very flattering, I'm sure.
No, this thing's nice.
What do you think of all this? Air jack stand.
This is interesting.
It's a weird looking turbo. Are you guys gonna put this on, or am I just standing here holding the camera?
There's a couple more steps there, hey cowboy.
Call me Chief next.
Hey, Chief.
All right, well, we'll get back to you guys when Jeremy has something cool to show us. Or something to say. Freaking all of a sudden went full mime on us.
The camera's on.
It's just doing hand movements.
All right, we got the new blower on and we're ready to see what this thing is all about. The dyno will tell the truth, so let's find out what it's gonna do. guys, so first pull back with everything back together here, and we made 955, 904. The air fuel is much richer. We are seeing a little bit more boost up top. Instead of it going up and then falling down, we are seeing a steady, even amount of boost right now. So I've got to get the air fuel squared away, and we should be able to yield some power from that. Took a bunch of fuel out, but apparently not enough. It was almost, it should have changed the air fuel, but we're working on it. Hard to get that air fuel right, man. It is really fighting me. The percentages aren't working out the way that I thought, so I am chipping away at it. Hopefully one more pull, we should have this thing wrapped up. 967, 907. So we did see a little bit of power up top. 967, 907, and I'm still tweaking on the air fuel ratio. I should get it this run right here.
How much boost is it making? It's bright. Can you see my pores?
Yeah, you're glowing.
Got some longer legs. We picked up a substantial amount of power up top, and it's carrying it farther, which is exactly what this thing needed. All right, well, we got to take this thing off the dyno so that we can take a couple people for rides. Something that we've been wanting to do for a while, so we got a couple guys that are EMTs, and we're gonna go take them for a ride.
Let's make some power.
All right, guys, we got Brian and Nick here. They had contacted us through Instagram, and I wanted to take you for a ride, so you're an EMT. So
Yeah.
thanks for what you're doing, brother.
No problem, man.
active duty, so we thought it'd be a great idea to bring him along and have some fun. Hop in, old kid.
Oh.
Have we gone 4 deep in this before doing this?
Not doing this.
I don't think so. All right, well, it's the first time for everything, so.
Woo! Here we go.
Yeah, that's I can't say that that's ever happened. I haven't DB'd a rim like that, but wow, it definitely felt that, and it dug in pretty good there for a second. So hopefully we're not going to get in trouble here. We're going to see. Fasterproms landscaping business here. Yeah, Millsy, I'm sorry. We'll clean this up, buddy. He's the groundskeeper here at Showtime Speedway, and I just made a big old mess for him to clean up.
Oh, we lost one? We lost. Oh my gosh, dude. Alright. Hey, that was awesome,
that was awesome.
That was killer.
The melted wrap and our bumper's all melted on there, but that's freaking awesome. All right, hey, what'd you think? Is that your first drifting experience, or?
Not first, but this was the best.
All right. What do you say?
Dude, that's wild, man.
All right,
Wild stuff.
you got to get a drift car now.
100%.
All right, and that's your first drift experience.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Thanks,
Rocking,
man.
rocking. All right, cool, man.
Cooper left some spaghetti out here.
Oh,
We'll get it.
we'll return it to him, and just make sure you put it in the back of his truck.
Yeah, with some extra sauce.
All right, so they had an officers taking citizens for rides in a cop car today, so had to kind of delay a little bit, but there's a couple cops that were still here, and I was trying to take them for a ride, and they didn't want to go for a ride, so we tried. All right, so another cool thing is you guys have never been drifting before.
No.
So try and scare you a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
goes, man.
Awesome.
before, but wow, dude, what a difference here. Spice there.
Well, because you're going through the tires faster than we can mount them.
Yeah,
we're skipping the balancing part because you go through them so fast.
Dang, wires came out.
He drug it around the track.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, well, that's actually really not that bad. That's hey, we can rewrap that. That's okay. I thought it was gonna be in, like, you know, grinded halfway down.
That grease inside of there, I don't know.
So hey, good job. Good job changing changing tires. Dude, that was killer though, man. You guys built a hell of a car. This thing has been an absolute riot, man.
You're getting good, pal.
Whew, I'm getting there.
Consistent.
Thank you. Yeah, Georgia, you called it, man. Yeah, tires probably got about 2 laps in her.
Sure enough, 2 laps later. Pow! There it goes.
Awesome.
You know what's gonna be awesome if we get to 300,000 subscribers? The tires I'm gonna burn in this mode with that truck right there with a big old Terp sky on it. Good God Almighty, it's gonna be awesome, man.
Hell
so
yeah.
you guys just do your thing. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend,
Hell yeah.
and let's get there.
Keep it coming. So wanted to give you guys this, and it says Fasterproms Uncle Sam Survivor, and you most certainly are. So
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank
man.
you.
Yeah,
that was sick, dude.
So thank you guys so much for coming out, man. Appreciate what you guys do. So
Yep, no problem.
for a first time drifting, what'd you think, man?
A blast.
Awesome.
An absolute blast.
Well, guys, this has been a hell of a lot of fun. Huge shout out to Justin from VMP. This thing is an absolute monster. Uncle Sam is making some major power. Also, I always almost forget here about the music suggestion. If you guys have ever heard a song that you just absolutely love the first time out, you guys, if you haven't heard it, gotta check out Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. Definitely one of my favorite songs. First time I heard it was like, dude, that is me. That's like my family. That is so freaking cool. Hope you guys enjoy it. God bless you. We'll see you next episode. Norman, come here. Hey. Norman.